Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Everly, here today to talk to you about an important economic theory, the broken window fallacy. The broken window fallacy is an economic theory discussed by French economist Frédéric Bastiat in his work That Which Is Seen and That Which Is Not Seen. Despite being released in the 1850s, his work is still very much relevant today. The broken window fallacy is introduced using a parable as follows. A young man in a small French town throws a stone through the local baker's window. The window breaks, the boy runs, and the baker is left frustrated that he will have to pay for the damage. Some onlookers gather to see what has happened and begin to speculate upon whether or not the boy has helped the community, economically speaking, of course. One onlooker argues that because the baker's window has been broken, he will have to pay for someone to repair it. This man will then have more money, and he will purchase other goods from a local producer and stimulate the economy. This is where the broken window fallacy receives its name. While it is true the window repairman will benefit from the baker paying for the repairs, and he will most likely spend his disposable income on more goods, the baker has now lost some of his disposable income and will not be making purchases due to the young man who broke his window. In the story, the onlookers proceed to discuss what has happened and come upon the idea of that which is seen versus that which is unseen. Anyone can see that repairs are needed, someone will be paid to do them, and an exchange of money is made. However, what isn't seen is that the baker is now spending money he previously did not need to, and will not be purchasing that new suit or new pair of shoes that he had planned on. This would have been beneficial to the community, and no destruction was required. While times have changed quite drastically since the 1850s, the principle remains the same. Destruction is not profit. Natural disasters are a perfect example of why this economic theory stands true. In the summer of 2005, a Category 5 hurricane barreled towards the southern shores of the United States. Boasting winds upwards of 100 to 140 miles per hour, Hurricane Katrina ravaged the southern states. This storm caused over $100 billion in damage and displaced hundreds of thousands of people from their homes. In the aftermath of storms such as these, some economists have tried to lend hope to the public by mentioning something along the lines of, the construction industry will receive a boost, or technologies will be upgraded in the aftermath. And while some industries will require more employees and more work will need done, this simply relocates funds from both the state and its constituents. They will now spend money replacing the things they once had as opposed to purchases that would have been made. And it's true that in some smaller disasters, the financial destruction does not outweigh the increase of employment and its commissioned work. However, economics also considers non-monetary aspects, such as time, personal loss, preference for one good or service over another. And I can confidently say that most of us would rather spend money moving forward rather than replacing products that we previously owned. When looking at situations such as these, it is essential that we look at the environment as a whole before we can say whether or not it was economically beneficial to the community. I just want to thank you all for listening to my brief overview of the broken window fallacy, and I hope I was able to help further your understanding of this important economic theory.